Hi, I'm Mark Camoccio and we're here on a rather nice day at Pete's airgun farm. I'm here to show you the brand new Brocock Compatto, and this is quite an interesting rifle that's suddenly hit the market. It's the come from the rather revitalised Brocock operation, which is, if you weren't aware, is now part of the group that also owns Daystate. And there's a bit of you can start to see some of the engineering patterns that are creeping in, which is a good thing, because they've obviously that someone's actually refreshed the whole operation, and this is quite a ground-breaking rifle that has been introduced. The whole idea behind the Compatto is it's probably best described as a semi-bullpup. And obviously there's a trend towards the bullpup style, which is normally to do with bringing the whole of the action right back to near the end of the stock, and then you'd be putting your cheek sort of on to the action or over the action, but the idea being that it brings all the weight completely back. Now if you look at this Compatto, you can see that we've got the grip here, and normally the start of the action, where if you've got the trigger there, the breech block will probably start around there. So you can see it's come back sort of good 4 or 5 inches, but it's not gone fully to the back. So semi-bullpup is sort of the configuration. But by doing that, again, it's really brought the weight distribution further to the back, but it's sort of a halfway house, and it does sort of transform the handling. Again, it won't, with this style of rifle, it won't suit everybody, but if you want a compact, very well built pneumatic hunting rifle, then this is quite a serious option that's well worth a look. It's, as I say, pneumatic bolt powered action, bolt operated action. So you've got your normal compressed air cylinder there, which is charged via, there's an inlet valve with a slide open cover like so, and then you've got a probe inlet there, so you push your probe directly in, charge the cylinder there, and that would be 200 bar onto the cylinder, and then that would give you a good number of shots before you've got to recharge. You can see a fully shrouded barrel configuration there. You've got a threaded muzzle there, so you can just unscrew that. Quite a neat little knurled cap. Unscrew the cap, and there's silencer with a sort of 1/2 inch UNF standard fitting. Just screw straight onto that. As it comes as standard, inside that shroud there are some baffles and an expansion chamber, so it will take away some of the muzzle report, but an add-on secondary silencer would severely kill any report, and as it normally does, it significantly reduces the muzzle crack on a pneumatic. So moving back to the stock, you've got a fully adjustable butt pad with a socket head at the back, so you can actually adjust the up and down. You've got Daystate are very good at these butt pads. It's a simple thing, but it's something where a lot of rifles fall short. They've got a very concave shape there, quite flexible rubber, and that really does go into the shoulder well, and it's not going to move anywhere. A lot of these now, if they're too hard and they're rather featureless and flat, and that's one of the best out there. Skeletonized design on the stock. It's all of a synthetic material, quite nice to the touch. A little bit plasticky feeling towards the front end, but it all feels pretty good, and as you can see there, all in the one-piece synthetic moulding. There's an accessory rail into the front end there, so you could lock on a laser or lamps setup if you wanted to go hunting with this. And again, you've got your Picatinny rail bars there as well, so everything can lock into place, and it just gives you a few more options. Pistol grips quite nice and profiled, quite thin, so you've got a nice bit of control. It's a shame there's no, I'm always saying it, but I can't help but say it. It's, the thumb shelf would be nice because it's such a nice position, but having said that, this is a nicely scalloped grip, and your hand's in a comfortable shooting position. It falls naturally to the trigger there, and you've got a nice two-stage adjustable trigger, which does feature a very nice broad flat surface blade, so that's really quite comfortable to the touch. You've got a nice power adjuster on this rifle, which is quite an unusual feature. A bit like the FX models, you've got 3 settings on here, and they're roughly sort of, if I remember rightly, it's about 6 foot-pounds, 9 foot-pounds, and then your full 11.5, 12 foot-pounds. And obviously if you turn it down and you run this at the lower setting, you'll have miles more shots, because you obviously you're using a lot less air, so it's more efficient. But it's just a great feature, so if you wanted to do a lot of indoor practice and wanted to severely up your shot count, you've got that there to play with. So yeah, a 3-way power adjuster is quite handy. This is bolt operated, so to load it, you pull the bolt back, you've cocked the hammer and the mechanism. The magazine then slides out from the, sorry, it's coming out on the other side, so that comes out of the housing there. And then you've got, a new magazine here for Brocock. Looks very similar to anyone who's familiar with day states. This looks very similar to day states. And what we'll do here, I'll just quickly drop some pellets through. Drop a pellet into the central hole, and then index each chamber manually. In you go. That's a 10-shot magazine on here. Just load those up. Basically dropping the pellet in, and then I tend to just push it through with the finger so it's seated and it won't get, it won't foul the chamber as it turns onto the next one. It all feels very well made, and it's an all metal casting, so it's or machine cassette rather. Almost done those. That's it. So that's now full. You've got a red dot marker which will tell you when you've just when you're getting near the end of your shot count. That slides. I'll show you that way round. That slides back into the action. So I'm caught out on the side, so I'll just slide it in. That's like that. Click it forwards, cycle your bolt forwards, and you're ready to go. I'll just fire that shot off. So you can hear we're in an indoor setting here, which does accentuate the sound, but that was quite a modest report, so you can hear the baffles, etc. at work. But that's, yeah, it's really quite a neat rifle. One more point to mention, because of the configuration of the action, there's, in keeping with a full ballpark design, we've got a raised sort of intermount style rail here. Again, it's all nicely machined in keeping with the rest of the gun. And then you can mount your scope directly onto that. That is removable, and then you've got a full conventional scope rails, as you can see, running each side of the breech block there. So plenty of versatility with this rifle. As I say, it could start a trend. I think that's what a lot of people are thinking, myself included. And if a semi-bullpup appeals and a compact, super compact pneumatic hunting rifle appeals, then the Brocock Compatto has got to be worth a look.